Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 45. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down, Ravens.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Play action now. Winston going deep for Diggs. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Jackson on third down. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense. Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Stephon Tuitt in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. High throw, but he makes the catch. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Ravens 3, Steelers 0. Jason Myers on for the field goal, a 41-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston, he's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
Johnson was the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Jameis to throw it. And Winston lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 50. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down.
From the gun, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Third down.
And Jackson throwing once more. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Baltimore.
Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Nothing.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On play action, Winston. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
The tackle made.
Joey Bosa in on the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Wide open receiver, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They go play action. Winston. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Going deep for Diggs. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts
Number 16.
as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Ravens.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
An 8-yard loss on the play.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half here, Winston. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Baltimore.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
Devin Duvernay, 53 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, is what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. With it is Brown. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. His throw incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
To throw is Jackson. To throw on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
The ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 22, Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as the Ravens push further out in front. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Ravens 26, Steelers nothing. Jason Myers set to
after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now they try the right side here. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
A loss of a yard.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Back now in Pittsburgh.
26.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
First and 10.
That's good for 28 yards. From the gun, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Check 56. I don't think you got it, son.
On 3rd down, Winston. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Off the play fake, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Play fake, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary has played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game,
under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Justin Madubuike picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, 26 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. They shakes him off. big loss here as he's taken down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 2 on the run. They need a lot more than that coming up here on 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and forever. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
Oh, that was dangerous.
Intended for
throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Play action. It's McDonald.
Rolling to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Wide open receiver, complete. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
no gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson's going to throw it. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
He's brought down.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Powerful running. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Now a carry for Dobbins. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major League kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot,